And welcome back to another episode of Boys Gone Wild. I'm on the Nile. Uh, how are you doing, Andrew? You
I'm
have
on
caught me at a bad time. This is a tough one.
of
We
course
make it
it's
work.
fucking
We
sunset.
we make it work
Who
somehow.
says we don't give you what you fucking need? Horatio
He's
is
a
on the river
workaholic.
fucking Nile.
He's a workaholic. I'm
Would
out
you
here
like to
doing
explain?
humanitarian. We are hurtling towards the Sudan, where there is a lot of terrible stuff going on. So I am. It's a humanitarian mission. They need me out here. They
Did you get the
said
big call up from the
laughter is the
UN?
best. The laughter is the best medicine.
Can you go and do your bit about having a funny name to Sudan? Because I think they really need a
They
good
can't
laugh right
believe
now.
it. And also, like, there's barely anyone called Horatio in Sudan. So it's an even. Well, it probably isn't that. It probably wouldn't translate actually.
No, it wouldn't because
Yeah,
they'd think it. They wouldn't know how
yeah,
common it is here.
yeah,
So
yeah. It'd be
it
like
looks
they'd be
like
like,
you're hurt.
we're moving at
You,
pace.
yeah,
You have to forgive the bad sound quality, and I'm terrified I'm going to drop my laptop in. Um, Now I don't know why this Wi-Fi is working so well. It might be
mm,
Elon Musk's Starlink. Do you know what
right.
that is? Oh, you've got
Not
that
particularly.
stupid follows you around the room Zoom.
Yeah, I know.
Look.
I can't turn it off. It's a fucking, it's an embarrassment in every single Zoom I have. So your
Well,
backdrop
you can.
is sunset on the River Nile, and mine is inside the house where we film at,
Yeah.
but the camera's moving me around.
Well,
Horrifying.
if you want to do dramatic effect, you can lean over the camera dramatically. Look, go as far over to the camera as you can.
Yeah, fucking, I don't know. I don't know. Summon. Fucking summon.
You can't have me in that position and then say, I don't know, fucking
Fucking, I
summon.
don't know,
I don't
man.
know,
I'll do
fucking
something.
summon.
I don't know what to say. I think
I
I'm
told
pretty
Pete
loud on it.
Peagle to come down in half an hour to say hi. Basically, the
You
idea
can't
for
just
this
drop
trip,
that without some explanation. That's a
well,
huge thing. Peter
I
Gould
don't want
might
to
be
just,
making his first podcast
yeah,
appearance on
I
the
don't
River
want him to stay
fucking
on
Nile.
long because
I
and the
do.
light's going to drop very drastically. But yeah. So the idea for this trip was ideally it would be with BB. We haven't really seen each other much. It's been a tour, and that's the whole idea was that I'd be able to spend some quality time with my girlfriend. But she is doing this fucking play, so now I'm fifth wheeling. My dad's here with his
Is
girlfriend Tatty.
Phoebe
The
not
cheers
there?
here. No. So I'm like I feel like a fucking child. I feel like the unemployed guy at Christmas.
Yeah.
We're seeing all this stuff, but it's the whole point was that she was meant to be here. So it's like,
So what? You
it
can't
doesn't
enjoy
really
the ruins without your
well
girlfriend.
it was a 50-50 whether I was gonna go, but I decided it probably would make sense, but it's not
It
but
looks
that's
like your
just more
decision's relatively paying off at this point, doesn't it? As you hurtle
no,
along the Nile at sunset.
they need me here. Uh and I said no, Sudan and Egypt need to chuckle.
They do. They
They
do.
do.
So why are you on a
So
boat? How
Dr.
long are you on a boat
Giggles
for?
on the boat for 3 days. Basically, dad's fiance Tatiana is
Yeah.
she is a travel agent, so she basically checks out places that her clients might want to go on. So she's just always going on these sort of trips. But it does
Yeah.
change the experience because she's on that. She lives her whole job is doing these. So she's basically,
Yeah.
if there's nice experience, I think normal holiday goes, you can just enjoy it or like, oh, that's
Mm.
nice. But
Whereas
her, she's
she's
like,
heavily
this is not.
critiquing the
This
croissants
could
at
be
at the
maybe
buffet.
a little bit better. I see. Yes, I understand.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
she's working, tax
Yeah. And
deductible.
you should respect that.
But they are getting married. I am best man. And Tatiana, who's now been in the UK long enough, I think she's been in here for 6 years, is applying for UK citizenship, um,
Yeah.
which is interesting because it means that she is doing a life in the United Kingdom test, right?
Right.
Which is interesting. Do you think you would be able to pass immigration and become a
Absolutely.
citizen? Yeah,
100%. I'm as British as they come. I'm Marmite
right.
on toast, ham and cheese sandwich, pubs and
Listen,
baldness, and a splash of
right.
racism.
Question seven. Textile and engineering firms found workers from which two countries after the Second World War? Was it A, Canada and India, B, India and Pakistan, C, South Africa and Pakistan? or D,
That
South Africa and India?
that would be the answer to that question is B, India and Pakistan.
All right, let's have a look.
This is up there with one of the most unhinged podcasts we've ever done because you're giving me a UK citizenship test whilst
I
you're on the
don't
River
believe
Nile.
you need to renew your vows with the UK. I don't trust it's people like you coming over here. All right, so what did you say? You're right.
I think
It is B, India and Pakistan. Very good.
next fucking question, mate.
Right. Um, which type of government was formed after the general election of 2010? National, all party, one party, or coalition?
Coalition, suck a
That's
dick.
not
Don't
too
even
bad.
check that.
That's not too bad.
Don't
Because
even
there are
check
some
it.
actually really hard ones, but I'm not finding them. I should have found them
Yeah.
before.
It's a bit like a mad version of a pub
Yes.
quiz podcast.
Which of the following was Isambard Kingdom Brunel famous for building? Motor cars, aeroplanes, bridges, or skyscrapers?
Hmm.
Easy one,
Well,
I'd
there's a
say.
co Yeah, but you're a fucking nerd about buildings. So because you've said easy one, I'm going to say skyscrapers, but they could be bridges.
What skyscrapers are in the UK?
The
And when
Shard?
were they? Yeah, when was that built?
I don't fucking know.
Do you know who Isambard Kingdom Brunel is? Right. Well, that's not looking good for your application to join the UK. You're going back
Oh
to
shit.
you're going straight back to Ireland where you fucking
If
belong.
I if I get too many of these questions wrong, am I eligible to be be back
Yeah,
to
you have to
Ireland?
go straight back to Ireland, or you're like Shamima Begum. You're in a refugee camp and you have
I'm
no.
not. I don't think that many people would fight for me to come back. To be honest, it wouldn't even be controversial.
Which sort of cases do Crown courts and sheriff's courts deal with? Small claims procedures, youth cases, minor criminal cases, or serious offences?
Serious offences.
I assume so as well. Um,
Yeah, the Crown's in there. Come on, what are we talking about?
right. So it's a lot of shit like this. Let's see.
Do a couple more.
Let's do. All right. During the Great Depression of the 1930s, which two major new industries developed? Is it A, automobiles and aviation, B, shipbuilding and coal mining, C, shipbuilding and aviation, or D, coal mining and automobiles?
Hey,
That is correct. All right.
fuck
He's back.
it.
He's back in.
Suck it.
Uh, right. There was some really tricky ones. There was one. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Which two of the following are famous Paralympians?
Oh,
A. Ellie Simmons and Baroness Tanni Gray Thompson. B. Ellie Simmons and Dame Ellen MacArthur. C. Jessica Ennis Hill and Baroness Tanni Gray Thompson. D. Dame Jessica Ennis Hill and Dame Ellen MacArthur. It's confusing where they do use the same P. It's not different pairs
yeah.
each time.
It's between A and B. I know who Ellie Simmons is. Can I hear A and B again, please?
You may. A is Ellie Simmons and Baroness Tanni Gray Thompson. B is Ellie Simmons and Dame Ellen MacArthur.
Okay. I believe Tammy Gray Thompson might even be a heptathlete, but I might be wrong. I'll go with B. Ellie Simmons and the other one.
It's A. That's close. And the clue there,
Ah,
I mean, one was the Baroness, one was a Dame. And to Paralympians,
yeah.
they hand that shit out easy. Do you know what I mean?
Whoa. Whoa.
No, but you see it,
Been out,
yeah. Do you know what I
you've
mean?
been out the
You find
country
it.
for a
No,
week and you're
I
already
know.
fucking.
And
Oh,
I've
I
changed
don't
my
know. Well,
politics.
all
I'm
you
a
got to do is be
racist.
missing a leg, and they'll give you fucking anything in this fucking country.
I'm a racist expatriate now.
You very much look like you're on like a colonial riverboat. Is that what it is?
If I had no legs, like I'd be much easier for you to get a damehood. No, no, not a damehood. Whatever.
No,
No, if I transitioned, then maybe. From now, if I
it's
lost my
it would
legs,
be
if I lost my legs, it'd be it's a fucking. Ironically, it'd be a walk in the park.
it would be astonishing a career move, if that is a career move, for you to transition gender, chop off your legs in the attempt to
Yeah,
become a Dane. But I don't think you heard me. You look very colonial right now. You look like
yeah,
you're
I
on a
know.
colonial riverboat. It looks
It's
a bit like
tricky.
the
It
setting
fits too well.
of like a Poirot novel that you're on.
Yeah,
There'll be
it's
some
Murder
sort
on
of
the
murder
Nile.
mystery.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that's
Agatha
exactly what I'm
Christie.
referencing. It is
That's
fucking
it.
yeah. Take a look. What's the
The
Nile like?
Nile's longer than you'd think it's going to be, isn't it? No, no, not
What?
sorry. No, sorry. It's not longer than you.
You're
The one
okay.
thing the one
I'm
thing you
gonna
know
have
about
to
the
ask.
Nile is it's fucking long. it's wider than you think it would be. I don't know how wide you thought it was going to be, but it's.
I think because it's so
Oh, is that
long,
is
you
this what?
expect it to be really thin. You expect it to be like
Yes, because
pencil
it
thin
looks
going
really
along.
thin on the map.
It looks
That's
thin on
right.
the map.
There's some jungles and trees there. Basically,
Yeah.
it's like all the drawings of the ancient Egyptians. Along the sides of the river, very lush, and then immediately desert. Elite, and desert's very overrated, I think. Desert's my least
I'm gonna
favorite
have
landscape.
I have
Do
to
you know what I
quickly
mean?
ask how many bit. I'm gonna have to quickly ask how many beers you've had.
I've had one glass of champagne, two glasses of white wine, and
Oh,
one Stella.
that'll fucking do it, boy. Get it. Are
That'll
you
send
having
it.
any kind of spiritual experience on the Nile?
Well, look, the main reason I
Fucking
came
hell, I
was
can see.
the main
This
the
is
main
this is
reason I
like
came.
this is like the most unhinged virtual tour guide experience where this like half-pissed man is just shouting about England, going along the River Nile,
It's a
vaguely
fucking
pointing out, there's a fucking tree over there. If I chopped off my legs, I could be a fucking dame. Ciggies, beers, it's fucking chaotic.
It's
I
a
love it.
non-actor.
So sorry, was
Um,
it? Are you having a spiritual experience?
Look, I I haven't really got back into the ancient Egyptians since
Mm.
I was a kid. So like, the main thing,
You've
I was like, I'm going to hyper focus on them and get back into them because it's actually
yeah.
I've let it slip. My love of the ancient Egyptians.
Okay. What
They
was
were
it like when you
so.
were a kid?
That's like the first thing you learn about, right?
Yeah. It was a lot of. I remember a lot of
Pyramids, the
this.
Prince of Egypt. Do you remember that? Yeah, there was a lot of that. Yeah, and they can't
A lot of that.
honestly. That's something they do. They can't stop doing that. No matter how much.
What's that about?
I think it was 20s Egyptian revival, and it was just like it just seemed exotic. Maybe
It is exotic.
it's like a crocodile dance, something like that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. Oh,
But
it's quite birdy. It's birdy, and they
mm,
like their birds.
mm.
That could be something. But go on. So yeah,
how long do you
you
think the
kind
Egyptians were like a continuous empire for? Well, it had different rulers,
what
but had a continuity.
1,400 years.
3,000 years, and it was from
3,000.
basically the pyramids are basically as old as Stonehenge, and it went all the way up to Cleopatra, which was like 3,000 years later. So,
I love that
and they
this
invented
drunken
everything.
tour guide does get pretty serious when he's talking about the history of it. There's
Yeah.
no
Well,
the
what's blown me away?
surroundings.
What's blown me away is how intact all the shit is.
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
what
Why?
does
How is
take
it so well
away?
preserved?
Because a lot of it was underground. So, like, do you know why Tutankhamun's so famous? Do you remember that? Any of that shit? Because he was actually a very boring pharaoh. He died when he was 18, right?
Mm, mm,
So he was a pretty unremarkable. He was like a boy king. He was like Edward the Sixth, right?
yeah,
But looters steal everything from tombs over thousands of
mm,
years. But somehow they missed his tomb. So Howard Carter in the 20s found this sealed door and I was like, oh
yeah.
fuck. Called the guy who funded it, had to wait 10 days for him to come so they could do it together. Opened it, completely intact. So all of this stuff was there, still in
Ah,
good condition. No, it was kind of sealed, so like in perfect condition. There's
right.
you
So not not.
Tutankhamun's body's there. His feet are out.
So did you see him? Did you see him earlier?
Yeah, yeah. I can put some pictures. All the stuff's in this new museum, which has just opened in Cairo, and I didn't realize at the time I arrived that they've just opened the biggest museum in the world, and we're not going to go to see it, which feels bad.
The Yeah. Well, well, Tatty should have been on that as the
She should
travel
have been on
agent
that,
that you
so we'll be
have.
having some words. What else? Yeah, so you just go into tombs, and it's crazy. It's just because it's underground. It's just, and also the paint they use doesn't go away. So all the Greek and Roman stuff, it's not. All the paint's gone, but the Egyptian
Yeah.
stuff because it's got a different base still there. So
What? So what is you go underground and it's like this whole like a sequence of tunnels
tombs, they
almost.
loved, yeah, and they loved
Yeah,
tombs.
yeah. But I know the concept of a tomb. I would have no idea what it actually looks like in reality. Like how big are
You
they? How
go,
many rooms?
it would be like the size of a big bedroom, maybe slightly bigger. But then some of them are massive. Some of them are massive hallways that lead out into a big courtyard underground, pretty much. So some of them are big.
And there's so Tutankhamun's the only one where there's like a decent amount of like lasting decoration and artifacts in it. The rest, the
No, the other
walls are
ones,
big.
all the walls are amazing, but I think most of the other stuff, all the good shit's been nicked. All right, someone's taking a flash photo of me. I'll tell you what I'm looking at.
Turn it, turn it.
Yeah.
Whilst that's happening, Izzy's cat's doing a shit right next to me. So we're both having a nice time in different ways.
Well, cats are very holy in Egyptian society.
They are very holy. That's true.
So
What is
that
it?
does
What's
sort
your
of work.
so you're on the boat, and then where are
Yeah.
you going after the boat? Wait,
We're
actually, hold
stopping
on,
at
hold on, hold
different
on, hold
tombs
on.
on the way. Yeah.
Before that, yeah. What's the plan on the boat? Is my question.
Well, the boat is a way to go from each site to each site, basically.
Yeah,
So
you're
there's
like
lots of tombs.
Phineas Fogg.
Yeah, I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
Um, how have you been?
Don't ask me that fucking question. How
Am I
fucking
too,
dare you ask me that with the sun
am I too
setting
dark?
behind you
Let
on
me
the
do
River
that.
Nile?
Let me do this.
Yeah.
I'm scared of
Oh
the
yeah,
laptop.
yeah.
Oh, that's better. There
That
you go.
looks so
How's that?
fucking Yeah, I'm fucking fine. I'm sat in Mile End. I'm sat in Mile End, which I'm always sat in Mile End. Nothing's fucking changed here. Just in a slightly different part
I
of
know.
Mile End. Just from there to there. I'm not
Dad's
circumnavigating the
here. Dad,
Nile.
do
Hey,
you want to take an
Peter,
AirPod?
Oh,
Do you want to
okay.
take
Peter,
one? There we
here
go.
we
How
go.
you doing?
Everyone,
Hello,
this
Andrew.
is the
Can you
hello,
hear him?
Pete.
Hello. Listen, guys, I've waited years for
Yeah.
this moment. I've got speeches written 4 years ago. I was attacked by a man in a shed
Right.
who described me as a cross between Alan Sugar and Russell Brand.
Right.
And
Doesn't
I'm
make
afraid
sense.
I'm now here to defend myself. He's built a whole comedy set around it. His whole career is based around a caricature of me.
Yeah.
And you'll now see none of it is true. I'm a Renaissance man.
Yeah. You're a Renaissance man. Yeah,
Exactly.
Dad. Yeah, you're definitely. What are you drinking? Yeah, there we go.
What I'm going, the boys are going wild.
No,
Is
there we
what
go.
I'm doing.
Yeah.
Um, who attacked you with a shed, Peter? What are you talking
No,
about?
I think what he was trying to say is that I've gone on so many podcasts slagging him off that it's hurt his
Right.
feelings.
So can I say what I was trying
Yeah,
to say
go.
rather than you say what I
Yeah.
was trying to say? So during COVID, Horatio did a brilliant thing, which is set up a pod in a shed,
Right.
and he did a boy gone wild every day.
Yeah, you do, these are listeners of the podcast. They will know that.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
And I was number 28 because they were running out after Gandhi and before Winston Churchill.
Right.
Interestingly. And he was running out of stuff, and so he made me into this character that fitted into what a boy gone wild.
Yeah,
and
and you're nothing like that, are you, Dad?
Well, obviously, being a priest and a man of the cloth,
Yeah.
he has never mentioned that before. And my spiritual awakening he mentions, but he misses the Christian truth there.
Yeah, well, we had a bit of a talk last night, and what annoyed me is that Dad was feeling that he was trying to turn over a new leaf and be kinder to people and less loud. And that annoyed me because I feel now that there's some self-awareness coming in, that means the loudness starts to mean a lot more. Because I tell you what, my dad's loud in most places, but in an ancient tomb, I tell you what, it's crazy, bellowing.
Yeah, I mean,
It's echo. It's echo. It's not me. It's echo. Sorry, acoustics are acoustics. I can't affect those, Horatio.
Yeah,
I've spent time with Peter on the beach, and I think he's caused new waves just sitting there. So I can't imagine with the enclosed
Only while I
space.
was surfing, Andrew. Only while I was surfing.
Right. Nice. Yeah.
He's got me there again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need to defend yourself to Horatio's charges. What are the charges that you're suggesting that you're not guilty
prosecute
of?
them, Andrew, and I'll defend myself.
I don't know what he's been saying. To be honest, actually, I do.
You've been listening to what he's been saying for the last 2 years because I listen to most of your podcasts. To be honest, I appear maybe once a quarter.
Yeah.
You
he's
do.
got upset.
I would say, from my experience, everything he says is essentially true. We've had many
not
a
prosecutor. You're meant to be like
But most of what I'm saying is I'm not pulling this out of thin air. I mean, remember, Andrew, we have gone to Jamaica, the three of us. Do you remember that?
Do you remember that?
Do you want to explain? Do you want to tell that story again, Andrew? Do you want to hear it from Andrew's side?
Please do.
Yeah, go on. Do you remember
Is
what
this
happened?
Well, which story to tell? Which story to tell?
Tell one.
While you're thinking, can I tell a quick one?
Okay, go on.
I've asked my son to come and film an event I was organising because we needed corporate video.
Right.
He'd done a film degree or something, and they were doing video or something. I managed to persuade my staff; they were very reliable. They came to film the event. They got stoned and they forgot to put a SIM card or
It wasn't
a
SIM card, it was frame
card
rate.
card, and there was zero video came.
There was lots of video.
Well, we never saw any of
The
it.
frame rate was off.
So, all right. So
No, we fucked that job, but we were
right, so
19 years
mate,
old.
That's my memory of Jamaica.
We did.
Happy to hear yours.
We did fuck the job. That's absolutely right. I do remember the job being cut short because you got bored of the hotel we were at and decided you wanted to take us on a tour around different hotels.
What's the point of being the boss if you can't do that, Andrew?
Yeah.
No, I agree. I would just say we didn't have the full time period in which to complete the job because then we ended up at the 007 hotel.
GoldenEye.
That's the one. Yeah. And then I remember, I think one of my best memories from it was you kind of falling down the sand, holding a few pina coladas, and then within about 5 minutes of distributing them to us, and instantly fell asleep. And then we were like, and then kind of muttered, "We'll meet you. I'll meet you at dinner. I'll meet you at dinner." We didn't see you for 40 hours after that.
Can I just say you had rolled the biggest spliff I'd ever seen in my life. Before that, which you'd got off the waiters, there was no tobacco in it, and I had never been hit by anything like that in my life. And I understood why your filming hadn't worked. It completely wiped me out. I was not ready for that.
That's fair enough.
Much,
we
Dad.
did probably.
Thank you very much.
Lovely to see you guys.
All right, take
Boys
care.
go wild.
Thank you, Pete. In a bit. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was a brief introduction into Peter Gould. I mean, I still want to do a full length.
Yeah, we'll do.
I'd still want to do it, but maybe not while him and you are pissed on the Nile. That could be a dangerous. Any classic Pete moments thus far from the trip?
What is that? The main thing has been he's obviously been. There was a moment where I was like, it was in the tomb, and he's being so loud, but I'm like, look, I've tried to change him every time I've been on a trip. That you just have to sort of accept that. That's who your dad is, and a big part of growing up is accepting that your dads don't really change, and you have to just sort of accept them for who they are. But then when I was bringing that up to him, he started talking about how he's had this big realization that he's got to be kinder to his employees. I think was a big thing. He's having this whole like renaissance that he's going to be like listen more, less loud, much less rude to waiters and stuff. And then that's when that really pissed me off, because not only had I not seen any difference, and then he basically had thinking that he'd been a master of self-restraint. Basically, a big thing is, and this happens every time we're traveling. My dad is an alcoholic for French wine, right, and French wine alone, pretty much. So whenever we travel in North Africa or the Middle East, which is predominantly a dry country, they can never quite understand the necessity to get wine to where we are, because he refuses to drink local wine. They don't really have a drinking culture. So this happened in Jordan. It's happened here, where it's this whole thing where he was desperately trying to say, like, how do we get French wine onto this boat? Because all they have is Jordanian wine. So it's this whole thing, and he basically their English is broken, and they can't really understand why someone would need that much wine, or why local wine wouldn't be good enough. So it's been a whole thing. We've had to do it across Indonesia when
how does he source it?
So in Indonesia, there's a black market where you can get cheap wine, but where we were going, there wasn't. So he had to like wrap up 12 bottles of wine in like a crate that was like wrapped to look like something else. Then we had to carry it through customs and lie what it was, because we were going to be out at sea again, and he knew we were able to get wine. One time we were staying in the desert, and the hotel, we realized when we got there that the hotel didn't do wine, right? And I've never seen Dad like it. So basically he had to call a travel agent who had to ferry wine from another hotel to us, right? So it's just a bottle, literally like a heroin addict.
One
who
bottle.
Needed, well, he needed something with a couple of bottles, right?
Yeah.
And this was late at night. It took hours, and then it finally arrived, and then we realized we didn't have a corkscrew, so we had to look up how do you open bottles. So you push
it down, can't you?
Um, I
It can
forget
break the
what we,
bottle, but I've done
yeah,
ones where you push it down with like a knife and
what you
then it
do,
goes
what we
everywhere.
did
But
is you put a shoe
oh
in the
yeah,
bottom and then you smack it and then it pops up. And so we did that, and then it was foul wine, and Dad he was defeated. It was the first time I've seen him defeated, and he went to bed with no wine and sulked.
well
So
he's
it's
a
it's a
bit
whole thing. But then him
he's a little
having this
bit
whole
like
speech after basically bollocking someone for not shouting so loudly that everyone can hear, bollocking them about them not preparing wine that he'd asked for to be here. Him saying, "Yeah, I just like I had a realization that for the next third of my life, next quarter of my life, I want to turn over a leaf. Be kind. I know that maybe you don't get the best out of people if if you don't treat them well. But he's done this 5 different times. He's constantly, he's had that thing where he met like a mystic in the jungle who told him he was a teacher. Do you remember that? Do you remember that he
yeah
was
yeah
told
yeah
that
yeah
his
yeah yeah.
I think he like went on this trip to India and a guru said that your role in life is to be a teacher, and he was like, you know what, I've always thought that. Uh, and I think after that he was like, I'm turning over a new leaf, but I've never ever seen any change. So that's what
Yeah,
was.
I'm kind of imagining him saying that he wants to be more considerate and respectful of
Yeah.
people whilst he's screaming that in a tomb and then well, marching out. Where's the fucking wine? But I mean, but there was the spiritual awakening, which
Yeah.
where's that at? Is that not because he was
Uh, he's
the kind
moved
of
on
Don of
from
Bali?
he's moved on from spiritualism. He's now much more into AI. Um, like a lot of the
It's
big
one god to another, really.
yeah, exactly. And I think because he doesn't speak to his staff much because they won't let him, because the other boss of the company won't let him because he's so bad. But occasionally he'll
Mm,
call them uh out of time zone, so it'll be like 8 p.m. where he is, just so he can be, because he's in Indonesia. And he's recently had a
yeah,
big bollocking because they're his company refusing to adopt AI, and he thinks they're dinosaurs and they're slowing him down. But he realized maybe
yeah,
it was the most effective way, because also now he's been out the country so long, no one at the company knows him. So
yeah.
he
Okay.
only communicates via the Zoom calls like
So he's
this.
just this kind of
He's
mad
in the
floating
jungle,
head.
going,
Yeah. Ah,
"We'll
you
be
gotta
left."
do AI. Automation is the
Yeah,
future, you
and then
dinosaurs.
yeah, and then after that call ends, he'll then snort a Ritalin and smoke a joint and have an ideas session, because that's when the combination.
He does just travel the world having ideas and then shout
Yeah,
those ideas down the phone, really.
but as we talked
Which is,
about, he's the Steve Jobs of B2B events meeting planning. Do you know,
you know what? I
in
think,
that niche space,
I think,
he
yeah,
is a real innovator, but it's a
yeah,
space that not
I
many
think
people
that's
can.
fair. I'm the Steve Jobs of making food in my flat every evening. Do you know what I mean? It's a sentence that's
Yeah,
true. I'm not sure what we
yeah,
can take from it.
but it is funny.
B2B.
Yeah, it is funny going out to a desert, crossing your legs, and taking psychedelics just to let more better ideas of how to innovate the B2B space.
Well, he's a tech bro, isn't he? He's kind of
Yeah, well,
fitting all the stereotypes of a
he's
tech
like
bro. He's
media.
going on
Yeah,
retreats, but
yeah,
everything like the advancements aren't just for money anymore. They're for the spiritual sense and the betterment of mankind, where they are just for money.
yeah,
But there's the
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
the
yeah.
spiritual tie-in about it that's like
We
I
had
have
a
to
very.
be in this space for
Oh no, it's
ideas.
sorry, I forgot this. We also had a big we had a big argument about recycling. And look, I'm not I recycle. I'm not the greatest recycler, but I do recycle. He was having an
Yeah,
argument with about to be fair, in Indonesia there's no recycling, and so there's just
right.
rubbish that just washes up on the beach. They just have no infrastructure to recycle anything, right?
Yeah,
But when he's rarely back in the UK, he believes that it's all a con, right? He thinks
right.
separating plastic and glass from your main rubbish. He thinks it costs more to split those up, and that because of AI, they've worked out how to split up the. But to be fair, my sister's husband is working on woke dustbins that do that. But he was sitting at the table
Yeah,
saying, "No, we're not. We're nowhere near there yet. Obviously, I have to recycle.
Hold on.
Literally an
So
expert in this field.
what's his
And Dad's
base
like,
problem?
Dad read like an article in the Economist. He thinks that it's like it's part of. He kind of thinks it's part of the woke mind virus, right? That we're being told to separate our waste, but it actually costs. It costs more energy and is more damaging to the environment to recycle.
Right. So it's kind of this, it's an illogical policy rather than a
He's like all
conspiracy.
one bin,
That's a pretty good tagline for Peter Gould. Is just
all one
all
bin.
one bin, bosh. There you fucking go. That will do. There it
To
fucking
be
is.
fair, he did concede that we made some points because his whole thing is like global warming's a hoax, but then I think what got him around was like, and it's saying that there's definitely some global warming. It's like it's such a big issue, such a conceptually big issue. It's like
Right.
basically I was like, whatever you think about global warming, that's more contentious than polluting your local environment, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what everyone talks about, like 2060, everyone's going to be underwater, whatever. That's like big scale, but it's more
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the river down the road. The river down the road will get polluted. Like I feel that's
Yeah.
easier to hold on to. That part of the recycling, the country that you live in, the
Yeah.
environment will disintegrate.
Yeah.
And I
You're
think
kind of,
putting it like that, he was like, all right, I can concede.
right. Well, it's quite nice you transitioned into night for
Yeah,
that very brief moment
exactly.
where we had to change over
When the
to Zoom.
Zoom recording stops after 40 minutes, I feel there's an immense amount of entitlement with Zoom. They're doing the 40 minutes
Mm.
record. It's like
Yeah.
there's a lot of main character syndrome going on there. It's like I'm not
It's
getting premium Zoom, but
I'm a
I feel
Google
like
Meet boy. Anyway, to be honest, like
and Google
fucking
Meet has none of this
unlimited.
problems.
None of this nonsense. I don't know why we don't
Yeah,
do it. It's just
I think it's
it's
because
the accepted thing.
they dominated so much during lockdown that they've been riding on
Yeah.
their coattails. So fuck Zoom,
So
man.
fuck Zoom. Thank you for recording this though.
Yeah.
So you're stopping off on
What, you
Tombs on the
scared? You
way.
scared that they're gonna stop the recording if we slag off
Well,
Zoom?
well, they seem to be following me about everywhere I go. So I am a bit disconcerted by fucking slagging them off. I
Yeah,
don't know how to change that. It's a problem with my laptop. It happens on Google Meet. There's
yeah.
clearly something to do. I don't know. I'm continuously being called a boomer at the moment, and I'm
From who?
struggling to Charlie
From
mostly. But
really?
I'm
Is he
yeah,
calling
because
you a
we have to do
boomer?
he is because we have to do some basic stuff. And it's just like little bits
Yeah,
like
you are.
I'll
You're
like
not the
this.
most like. Yeah,
No,
your tech
I'm a
has always been fucked. I've never not
I am a
known you to have
I
your
am a
phone's
technology
always fucked.
skeptic.
Yeah,
I've still got your old phone. I'm
yeah.
a technology skeptic, and I think part of that has just led me to any chance I have to learn a new technology, I actively avoid it because I feel like it's going to disintegrate my soul
Yeah.
somehow.
What
And then but
that traps you even more.
yeah, and now I end up just coming on a podcast with a camera following me around that I
Yeah,
don't know how to turn off.
yeah. What tech do you think you understood the best at any point in your life? Like, if it was world
There was
rankings, like,
world
where would you
rankings. I
be?
would be one of
Top percentile?
top 0.2% of type quick.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm a quick typer, and me and the
Yeah,
koala got on for a long time. To the extent, yeah, my IT
but you knew the
teacher,
interface of the app well. You'd know, yeah, so
yeah,
you'd be able to show people around how it works.
it's like riding along on a camel. There's the one when you're on a bird,
You, yeah,
and there's different. There's one where you type it and it stops if you get it wrong, but there's another one that
right,
it goes in red and you've got to look. I could talk about it for hours,
sure.
but I won't.
But you did a whole GCSE in IT, and most of that was PowerPoint, right?
I resent the tone at which
Didn't
that
you
was
get
brought up, but
one of your qualifications, your official qualifications is in PowerPoint, basically? Is there
there
anything from
was a
IT that you
module
remember?
on PowerPoint. No, there's nothing from IT I remember. It was fucking pointless. I can't even change this camera from zooming in and out. I haven't got a fucking clue about IT. I'm so
There
bad at
must be
technology.
something that you remember.
I absolutely promise you, I learned fucking nothing. Like, there's nothing that wasn't taught when, because I think maybe
Or is now
there's still a,
defunct. That's the problem
yeah,
with learning any sort of
100%.
IT. It'll be defunct in 3 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
completely. I think they were grappling with the birth of computers and the internet, and the syllabus
Right.
didn't exactly catch up because we were taught it from a very young age. I remember doing a lot of PowerPoints, and
Was
like
there anything about the
some,
philosophical issues about what technology will do to society
there was
and
not a
sort of
module on ethics, no, which would have been far more interesting than anything we did. I think it was a lot of like build a website and then do there was like an essay bit I think where we had to do something about the like some theory behind something, but
Hmm.
mostly it was assembling boring games and websites and just all. Do you remember the games we made?
Yeah, I mean that was quite amazing because I mean I still was it on Scratch.
Scratch.
Yeah. What was your game again? Was it like Pong?
My one didn't work. It was a it was an NFL game inexplicably.
Yeah.
And it was I think like most people's games, it was a small NFL player who was being chased by a referee, again, inexplicably, doesn't really make sense.
But the
And he would
ref is
have to,
chasing. Yeah,
yeah.
fine. Right.
It wasn't a purposeful like
Yeah.
satire about the overstretch of the referees in the NFL. It was just a creative
Art
foresight
house
for
game.
me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and as you can imagine,
Did you make
the
the
man
ref
had to.
on Microsoft Paint black and white stripes top?
No, I downloaded him from Google Images and pasted him on.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing any extra work for the nonsense that it was going to be. You'd have to follow him round. He'd collect balls, and
Yeah.
the ref would follow him, and if you got caught, it would glitch. That was mine. You had a bit more of an elaborate one, I
It
remember.
wasn't much better, to be honest. I think it was there was you basically there was a dragon moving from
Oh
side to
yeah,
side, right? And then you had to I think you were just like it was just like a little fella with
yeah,
blonde hair in a car, I believe. Little fella with blonde hair in a car, and you had to get past the dragon, and every time you got past the dragon, you got a point, right?
yeah,
And then there was a bar I know, and yeah, and then there's a bar that increases speed, but that bar was way too sensitive. So even
mm,
slight, it was like, and so it was
yeah.
just like
I
absolutely
remember playing
impossible.
yours. It was better than mine, but it was basically the same. I think everyone in the year it was the same principle. It was one thing running away from another, trying to
Yeah,
get something. Do you remember there was that one bloke who spent like 100 hours doing it and made this whole mad thing?
yeah, yeah. Down hall.
Yeah, what's he up to?
I
Probably
don't know.
still
Maybe he's,
building that fucking website.
or maybe he's making Grand Theft Auto 6. We can't know. We don't know.
I will be looking out on the credits for that. You never know. He's a maverick. He was a true maverick.
I mean, but that
So
stuff like that, I view as being kind of helpful because it gives you the basic understanding of how you could build something. You
fuck
know, do
off.
you not
Not
think?
helpful.
No, no, because you like
Bollocks. Bollocks.
you're coding things, and then it makes you think, oh,
No, you're
that's
not.
how people.
No, you're not. You haven't got a clue how to code.
No, no, but
That
I can
game you made on
understand.
Scratch. No,
No, no, I'm not saying I know
no,
how
you
to
can't.
code. I know what I understand what coding. I don't even think about. I don't even couldn't even conceptualize how they could do something like that. Now I'm like,
No,
now I
you
sort of
can't.
get
You have no.
it.
No, you don't get it at all. You don't get it at all. You copied and pasted images of an internet and said, make it go this
No, I
way,"
drew
and then
mine
it
on
did.
Microsoft Paint.
Okay, so you might understand drawing a bit more. Then. There is no coding experience that we got from that.
Now,
Oh,
IT
bless them.
teachers, what's going on there?
Short, fat, and smelly.
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, all of them. Because there was, I mean, it's a cliche of the smelly IT teacher leaning over and then just the horrible breath and the horrible armpits.
yeah, I guess that is a stereotype, isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, to be
Is it are
honestly,
they known as the smelliest teachers?
I think they get a hard rap that I'm giving them right now. To be fair, I think they get a hard rap because at the same
Could you do
time
IT
we
for A
have
level? Was that an option?
no,
No,
fuck
but could
off.
you?
I
No, but
didn't.
could you have if you were so inclined? Was that an
Maybe.
option?
I think they get a hard rap because at the same time we have the most proximity to them. No one else is
Mm.
leaning over you that much. Maybe an art teacher, but then I don't know. They could be smelly as well. I look in a different life. I think I could have enjoyed being a teacher. I can't think of anything worse than teaching 7-year-olds how to do computers.
Right. Yeah. What teacher would you like to be? English,
Hi-
history, anything like
English,
that?
history,
Would you
English
have,
or history. I think
you wouldn't done science.
they'd know more than me at many points.
Well,
If I
you
had to do
maybe you could be one of
chemistry,
those. You could be one of those teachers who'd be like, To be honest, I think the kids really. I've learned more from my kids than they have from me. One of
Yeah,
those 4
very
years
suspicious.
because when people say that, it's normally like great teachers who are like just
But
love
no,
learning. But instead, it'd be
I'm
like,
a nursery teacher.
I literally don't know anything, and I'm a mate. They
Yes.
put their hand
No.
up.
What's a covalent bond? No, seriously, what is a covalent bond? I don't know. Yeah, no,
I think
I'd
IT
enjoy.
teacher, I was, yeah.
Yeah.
But what
Well,
are they
yeah,
still IT teachers? Because the kids now will know way
yeah,
more. But surely that's
yeah.
gone as a module.
No, it's still there, surely, because there's like Excel. I'm what I'm about to say, and I
No.
haven't got a fucking clue. But there's like X. You don't. They don't know how to do Excel. They don't. I mean, they'll be coding shit. They'll be,
What are GCSEs called now? Because they've changed what they're called, right?
no, they're still
GCSEs
GCSEs.
don't. No, they're not. No, they're not.
Okay, I'll look it up.
Look that up.
GCSEs are still called GCSEs. They've changed the grading system. It's numbers, not letters.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
All
yeah,
right, fair
yeah.
enough. So it's still GCSEs, but if you'd get it via letters. Is IT? Can you type this in? Is IT still
Of
a
course it
GCSE
is.
qualification? It can't be.
Are you just trying to take a GCSE away from me right now?
Well, no, no. But if I was in the government and I was trying to de-woke the curriculum with bollocks, I'd get rid of IT because there's been a lot of talk about like the over education of people, David Beckham studies, all that sort of stuff. But IT GCSE, I think that's we can get around that as being like a pointless.
Well, I'd imagine it's the future information technology, and yes, it is still a GCSE.
Is IT
Yeah, I
still? Do
wasn't
you look it up?
I wasn't in it. Yeah, it is. It is. It's still a GCSE. Of
Right.
course, it fucking is.
Is IT
It's
still
teaching.
a GCSE? Yes, fair enough. But
I
like the
didn't
kids know
believe me.
IT so well. I guess yeah, it's Excel is the big one.
It's the boring ones. They know how to like a video on TikTok and shake their ass for a fucking Instagram, but they don't know how to
Sorry,
compile a
your camera's going
spreadsheet.
mental right now.
They don't know how to compile a spreadsheet, cost benefit analysis. All these kids shaking their bottoms on the internet makes me fucking sick. Sick to death. Um, yeah, no, it is pretty. No, they don't. It's the business side of it. It's like
Right.
how do you make a histogram? I don't know how to make
Mm.
a histogram, nor was I taught it because I was
Yeah.
brought up in a weird point of IT and I didn't engage anyway. Didn't have a clue what was going on. Still got an A star because that's IT. It's fucking nonsense. Absolute
You were
drivel.
stat padding. You were stat padding your
I
GCSEs.
was stat padding. I did stat pad a bit. You're on the. You're going to
I'm being eaten
disembark.
alive by mosquitoes right now. As soon as sunset comes, it's just you get absolutely fucking shredded. Are you
I can imagine.
Mozzie's attracted to you? Because I feel they have people they like more. For me, they cannot
Yeah,
get enough.
it's some bullshit about like sweet blood or sweet skin taste or something. I
Why
think it's
are
just
to some people
they
more
don't
prone
really
to
go for me. I think it's pretty. I will
really
get bitten. They don't. I
more
get bitten,
prone?
obviously, but I don't wake up with like shitloads. I think
Maybe it's
oddly
the
spiders are.
IBS. Um,
It might well be.
due to a combination of genetics. Well, hold up. Mosquitoes bite some people more than others due to a combination of genetics, body odor, and other factors that make them more attractive targets. Now,
Smelly,
no,
smelly,
surely not. Surely not.
smelly, smelly,
These factors
smelly.
include carbon dioxide exhaled, body heat,
Yeah,
blood type, especially type O. Interesting.
right.
The Unite microbial community on a person's skin and recent consumption of alcohol. Right. Well,
Well,
fair enough.
you're typo, you're stinky, and you've just had several beers. So no wonder, no wonder they're fucking coming for
Yeah.
you.
I think I run hot as well, sweat. Yeah,
Yeah,
mosquitoes more like to spot and bite people who are moving.
the drunk tour guide's taken on a bit of a sad, weird turn now of just listing the reasons why mosquitoes might bite someone. Well, let's round this off now. What are
Yeah.
you learning? What have you learned so far from your trip down the Nile, and what do you hope to learn in the future?
Well, it's quite like it's quite a strange trip 'cause it's a trip that I'd love, but because I'm fifth wheeling, it's sort of all with a
Mm,
pinch of salt, you know. Um, so it's kind of a bit more of like it's quite like it's quite a weird trip to be on now. Because I think
mm.
I just planned to spend it with BB, and it's just strange to have like a trip. Not only is no one on holiday now, it's like
Yeah, Are they excluding you?
No, they're not excluding me. It just feels.
It sounds like
It's odd, but I mean, it's just like at dinner. There's always 6 places laid out.
I haven't heard the word "he's excluding me" or "are they excluding you" for about 15 years. That's really he's excluding me.
Excluding, yeah, have you been
Rachel's been excluded in Egypt.
I fucking stink so bad. Mosquitoes are killing me.
And then none of your family want to talk to you.
Yeah, all I get is mosquitoes. They're the only people who are showing interest in me.
You're fucking happy for the company at that point.
Yeah. Well, today we did go through what was the fucking city. Well, basically went through real Egypt outside of the fucking tombs and stuff. We went down this market where we're the only white people there, which was, interesting. Because the problem is that you get it's like and this happens in certain countries more than others, but the harassing you to buy stuff. I mean, you had that bit in Vietnam, right?
Yeah,
constant,
not that bad, to be honest.
It's like
worse in like Turkey.
Everyone, especially around the tombs, because it's interesting. You go to a tomb and you're filled with the wonder of an ancient civilization, and then outside is like a gift shop with all of the hieroglyphs you've just seen as like a novelty T-shirt, or like and everyone's trying to sell you stuff. But then there's like these golf buggies that in the Valley of the Kings that take you from tomb to tomb. And then this old guy at the front was like, come here, come here, come here. When we were going and forced me to sit in the front. I said, I don't want to. Then as we're sitting there, he's grabbing at my hand. I'm like, what the fuck? And then he puts my hand on the wheel. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I guess that's a bit of fun. And then I'm driving and like, okay, fine. That's a bit
50,
of a laugh.
50 quid.
And then, at the end, he's got a little plastic cup. He turns away from me and just taps his cup. And I go, sorry, I literally have no cash. And he goes, family. Doesn't look at me. Family. He's the life. He's the life of the party. Yes, very good. And then tapping the cup, and then nothing. Family. Turns away.
Dead to you. Dead to you. That's like when you. It's like when you get off stage.
Family.
Fuck you. Forget about her. You're dead to me. To be fair, I would pay a lot of money for the experience of driving a buggy round a tomb.
Yeah, I guess if I basically I now got lots of small notes on me but yeah, it's like it does get pretty ridiculous. I just had to be incredibly rude. You can't look at them or be polite for a second, or else they got you.
Yeah,
they won't take no for an answer. Sort of like those people that in London. What it's worse is the people outside. We talked about them about outside tube stations who think that I've never stopped to talk to them, but they are starting to take the piss. It's nearly always like a handsome black man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like a clean, handsome 100%. Looking black guy who's charismatic. Young. Yeah.
And big blue jackets.
When you walk up and
you see a blue, you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. I've got an appointment. I'm late for everything. I have never been more late. Yeah.
And it's like, hey, can I stop you? Nice mustache. And then they're very like charismatic, well spoken, and then but it's like I hate it when you go, I'm not interested, and they cross that line.
You've got to say you can't say not interested.
No, thank you. I go, no. And they go, then they try and do that next one. They think that it's a sale, like they can convert it,
Yeah. Yeah, well, you have to. I always just pretend I've got a doctor's appointment and I've got like a serious medical issue. Basically,
do you actually?
I'm not holding my bum. If you hold your bum,
when you say pretend, do you mean you say it out loud, or do you pretend in your head so you can get into character of someone who might reject someone?
Just like, God, bust me off. No, I come out of the tube station and I hold my bum and I run off shouting, "Basket!" That usually does the trick. Because that implies that my innards are falling out of my anus, and I wouldn't want to talk to that guy either. So you should try that in
innards getting
Any parting words from the Nile?
There was a lot of cows mooing, but I don't know what the Nile's trying to tell us.
I think we'll leave it at that.
So from the Nile, live from the Nile, Horatio,
live from the Nile, Horatio Goods. There's a lot of cows mooing around. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah. See you guys. Goodbye.
See you next week. Bye.